Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Welcome to our Facebook Live. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Texas, just south of Dallas. In case you can't tell from my accent, right? Welcome to our Facebook Live. It is Wednesday, so that means some time to craft and connect together, which I absolutely love doing. And especially today, I'm so very excited. We have brand new product we'll be working with. The new annual catalog has gone live to customers. That was yesterday. So now I can finally show you the inside of this amazing catalog. So very excited. So as you are hopping in, I hope you'll say good morning. Let me know where you're watching from. And I want to tell you right off the bat, if you need a catalog of your own, if you don't have a demonstrator that you work with, please let me know because I would love to provide one for you. I actually have some already packaged up. They're ready to go out. So can pop that in the mail to you quickly. Of course, our neighbor is mowing, y'all, so sorry about that. We may have a little bit of background noise. And of course, Oliver is running around in my craft room as usual. So welcome. So glad you're here. We're going to go ahead and get started with our crafting. And I'm going to be introducing you to my favorite new products for today. You know, as we get a new catalog, there's just so much goodness inside. And I fall in love with so many different things. So for right now, the Fresh as a Daisy suite on page 110, we used this for bingo last Saturday. And so just using the products and prepping for the class, I had so much fun with this paper and I absolutely love it. Daisies are my favorite flower. So that, you know, they're just so fun and bright and they come in all different colors and they just make me so happy. So I have really enjoyed using this paper. I'll share that with you today. The new in colors. We've got a lot to talk about. I made myself some notes so that I will make sure and tell you everything. Hopefully I can sprinkle that in throughout the video. Again, if you need a catalog, let me know. If you want to just go take a look in our online store, I know a lot of people like to just shop online. You can go to stampwithct.stampinup.net and you will find a landing page there that has the new catalog products. I'm just so excited about everything. So let me show you the components to this suite. And let me show you the gorgeous colors. So a lot of the new in colors are featured in this paper. Let's do the Designer Series paper right quick. And I don't have a full sheet of my favorite piece, of course. This whole entire sheet looks like this with the daisies, and it's got the beautiful boho blue. Maybe I should show you this cardstock first and introduce you to the colors. That may make more sense. Let's do it that way. Okay, so first up we have Moody Mauve. Beautiful. I can remember when I was growing up, and even as an adult, my parents had a mauve bedroom. So that's what this makes me think of. Really pretty color. I've seen lots of gorgeous projects with it already. This one is called Wild Wheat, and it is a really interesting color. I think depending on what you pair it with is kind of what is going to pull as far as it almost looks like a, oh, what is that fancy mustard? It almost looks like that. But as we use it with different things, I think when you use it with the brown, it's going to pull more of the brown tones. When you use it with a green, more of the green tones. So it's always fun when we layer, you know, and mix and match those colors. This is boho blue, and it is just so pretty, you guys. I think it's boho blue. Let me double check, because I also have, let me make sure. Yes, I'm still getting to know these colors, you guys. So, this is Boho Blue. You've probably seen it. We had a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine during Celebration that was Boho Blue that people could get as they joined our team. And so you've seen a little bit more of it. It's a very pretty shade of blue. The next one is Pebble Path, and it's fabulous. Look how beautifully they play together. I've already enjoyed using those two colors together. And then our last one is called Copper Clay. And I have to say, this is my very favorite color combo so far, using these new colors. Now, we also have 4 new colors that are coming in addition to the in colors. We had a color refresh with this catalog. That happens every 4 or 5 years. And so our color families have changed just a little bit. Colors moved around. Colors retired. We got new in colors and 4 new colors. And then I think it's 7 returning colors. So some that have not been gone very long at all that you're going to remember. And then some that I don't remember at all. So I've got a lot of those supplies coming to us. But for right now, we're going to focus on the in colors. And then I have a couple of the new colors that we'll be using today. But this is my favorite combo so far. So now let's go back to this. That makes a little bit more sense now probably when I say that this is Boho Blue with Copper Clay on the inside of the flowers, the little centers. And then you can see here a mixture of those colors. Pebble Path, Copper Clay. The Azure Afternoon, which is one we're going to be using today. Here's another sheet of this designer series paper. This one is fun. It's got these that you can cut apart and they're ready to go on card bases. Just map those up and you've got a really quick and easy card. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Here's a really pretty pattern. Here's our Moody Mauve with nice big daisies. Very, very pretty. I love that. And then here's another pattern that's a little bit brighter colors. Dale went to Home Depot. Most all of our flowers and even our English ivy died with the weather this past winter. And so he went to Home Depot and he found me some white daisies with purple centers, and they are just so cute. I may have to recreate those on a card. I'll try to take a picture of those and post that because they're just adorable. I love daisies. So here's the back, the B side of the paper. So you can see it's like a watercolor wash, which I absolutely love when Stampin' Up! Does this. It makes this paper just so versatile, and it's just really, really pretty. I love that effect. And then here's the Copper Clay on the back of this piece. So are you in love yet? Isn't it gorgeous? Love this paper. And then some other components in the suite are the Stamp and Die bundle. So Cheerful Daisy. You've got some images that line up with the dies. And then you've also got a couple sweet sentiments. It is a photopolymer set. And then with the dies, you've got lots of options as well. So you've got a couple different centers, some leaves. I love the way the daisy cuts, and I'll show you that in just a minute with the project so that you've got the layers to that. And I think there's a lot we can do with that as well. This large piece here cuts the 3 different daisies and the leaves all at once. Haven't really played with that one yet, but that's on my to-do list. And then for our project today, I'm also pulling in the basic borders dies. These carried over, which I'm so excited about because they just give you a chance to really add some interest to your projects. And so we're going to use those, a couple of those today. I've used those a lot lately. So before I show you the project for today, let's take a look at the cards that we made in Bingo. This is the first one. This is Azure Afternoon and the small little daisy. And this card opens like this. And so this is a really cute little fun fold. So you've got the Azure Afternoon and Copper Clay. So isn't that a pretty combo? I love it. And then this one is a fun one with the Moody Mauve. Just use that daisy, and I'll bring it close so hopefully it will show you the depth and dimension that you get with those layers of the daisy. And then I paired this with Early Espresso. I thought that looked really pretty together. This is my favorite one, so I'll save it to last. And then here's one with the green and yellow paper. And we use the ribbon. There's in-color ribbon. That's lots of fun. And this one, it has kind of a busy background. We have a new circle punch. And I want to say it's like 2 3/8 inch. I'll have to double check. But a new circle punch. I just ran that piece of vellum through the fern embossing folder to give it a little more texture. A little bit of a break from the background so that the sentiment stood out a little bit more. Liked how that one turned out. And then this is the last one that we made at Bingo. And like I said, Copper Clay and Boho Blue, they're good friends, aren't they? They're just so pretty together. I love this card. It's probably one of my favorites. This is the layout that we used a couple weeks ago on Facebook Live to make a quick and simple and cute card. So let me get these out of the way, and I'll show you the card we're making today. Now, while we're talking, I want to let you know that we are doing a cardstock share. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll try to put the link, I will put the link to the description of everything that's included in the cardstock share. We've already closed the first session, but we can open more. Not a big deal on that because I want you to have these colors in your hands. So you can choose to get the new in colors and the 4 new colors, or you can choose to get the new in colors, the new colors, and the returning colors. 6 sheets of each of the cardstocks. And it's a great deal, you guys. We love doing that for you and giving you a chance to get a sampling of the product at a reasonable price. So this is Lemon Lolly, you guys. It is so pretty. It's so bright and so fun, and I thought it paired really well with the daisy. We are making the simplest little card today, but isn't it adorable? Use the basic border dies. You can probably tell better from the back where I cut the bottom part there, stamped my greeting on the bottom. I could have certainly run this through an embossing folder and add a little more texture. Could have stamped here, splattered with some, we think of Stella or something. I just left it plain. I just think it's so super cute with that little daisy. And then this is Misty Moonlight that I stamped with and added the center of the daisy. One of our returning colors from, I think, just what, a year or 2 ago. Beautiful blue. I always loved using it, and I still had the ink pad and the cardstock, so I pulled that back out of my retired products. We have been pulling retired products, and we will have a BOGO sale, a buy one get one sale, probably in July. And I say we because Dale helps me with that. But if you're looking for something in particular that just retired, reach out to me, and if I have it, I'll be glad to sell that. But we love doing the BOGO. So this Lemon Lolly cardstock is 11 by 4 1/4. It's scored at 5 1/2, and then I just took on this one that zigzag basic border die and cut the end off. Now I did not really pay attention to exactly how much I was cutting off, just kind of eyeballed it, and as I look at it, it's not even super straight. That's okay. That's not going to be a problem. And then I cut just a piece of 4 by 4 basic white to put on the inside. You could definitely get away with this nice bright yellow, not adding a piece of cardstock to the inside, but y'all know I like to do that. I just think it kind of finishes off the card, but you don't have to because this is going to show up just fine no matter what pen you use. It's going to show up your writing. Now this is a fun way to add just a panel here too that you could put some of the designer series paper if you wanted to, or do a little bit of stamping if you wanted to. So that's just tucked underneath. Make sure that's straight. It's just tucked underneath that flap so it doesn't show at the bottom, because again, I'm going to do my stamping there at the bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And this time I'm using Azure Afternoon. It's a pretty bright color, you guys. I love it. Make sure, yes, I do have the right one. I love a brand new ink pad. We went through and put the labels. In case you don't know this, Stampin' Up! Puts labels on the bottom of the ink pad, and you've got a couple with the name now of the ink. So we put it on the front and back. And then there's one that is blank that you can actually put down in your tray of your ink pad, so that if you have several ink pads open, then you can see which color, because you can't always tell just from the ink pad, but that helps you know which color. And so it's nice because you can really do that however you like it. I like mine done like this, but you could put those little strips however you like them. I think I'm going to move my greeting over to this side. And I probably really should have been using a piercing mat, but I didn't. And I'm a little bit crookedy, but hey, that's okay. You made my day. They're going to be just so happy to get this bright, fun card. They're not going to worry about the fact that I'm a little bit crooked. It's okay. So now I have die cut a daisy, and it's going to be easier now to tell the two components of the daisy. So you've got the layer, the base, and then you've got this layer that has just some interest, and I like putting that white on white. I think it's really cool. So with this one, I think I'm going to work on the fibers of the cardstock just a little bit to try to kind of curl those edges. I know as a card goes through the mail, it flattens it back out, but just doing that because it gives it a little bit more depth. And in a couple of places, I'll just add a tiny, tiny bit of liquid glue, because I'm going to add the center, and that's going to kind of help hold this together too. So part of what I like, and you can line this up exactly if you want to, but I don't think you have to, because daisies in nature are just kind of, they're just kind of wild, aren't they? They're so much fun. I was going to tell y'all too, we had a designer series paper share, and I was a little late in announcing that. I've gone ahead and closed it because again, we had that fill up and placed the order yesterday. But if you're still interested and you're looking for a designer series paper share, you let me know, because I will be glad to open up another session if we have the need for that. So with that, you share a package of each of the new designer series papers with 3 other people. So it gives you a chance to just get a sampling of designer series paper. It's lots of fun to have a little bit of everything, right? So let's add this little guy right here, and that glue is still drying. So it's going to be a little bit different over on this other side, kind of like that, and a little bit brighter because we're using the Azure Afternoon instead of the Misty Moonlight ink, and then the center of the daisy. Darling, it just does not want to lay down though, does it? Now, I grabbed my Wink of Stella on that other one. Let me see if I can find it. Now, that's a little glitter brush, and I just brushed across the center of the daisy to add a little bit of sparkle, because I didn't put any bling at all. But that just adds a little bit of sparkle. I have to tell you, though, our friend Jan did a presentation at team meeting about Wink of Stella one time, just kind of telling us what it is and how to use it. And she was like, Wink of Stella. like Rocky, and I cannot use Wink of Stella without thinking of Jan doing that. It just cracks me up. I haven't had all my coffee yet, y'all. So what do you think? I think these are just adorable. They are so, so simple, but so cute. Tell me that you would not have a big smile on your face if you received that card in the mail. They're just so bright and fun and so quick and easy. So I love making simple cards sometimes. Let me look at my list. Oh, yes, I need to tell you that we are having a launch party for this beautiful new catalog. So on the 20th of May, I will do an in-person launch party. If you're local to me, you just come to the house from 9 to 11. We will have make and takes. We will have prizes, and we'll have lots of displays so you can see new product up close and personal. It's so different looking at the papers, ribbons, and embellishments in person versus in the catalog, isn't it? So it's a chance for you to really get to know some of the product, and I'll get those in colors in your hands with a little project we're going to make, and then we'll probably make 2 or 3 cards and then an in color project. Now, if you are not local to me and you still want to be part of the launch party, I do that in my community Facebook group called CT's Craft and Connect. We'll do it the same day, the 20th, at about 2 o'clock. I'll do a catalog stroll. We'll walk through the catalog. I'll show you lots of samples. It's not the same as being in person, but a lot of times I think, it's a little bit easier sometimes to watch something online. I think you may even pick up more. So we will have lots of samples. I do something called Meet the Suite, where I focus on a suite or two and really do a deep dive into the suite and what it offers. And so it gives you a chance to really get to know some of the product. Now, this catalog will run for a year, but I'm telling you, that year goes by so fast, doesn't it? And then we also do something called the after party. So if on the 20th you just have not had enough crafting and enough new product, we do the after party, and it's on Zoom. I'm doing it at 6 p.m. It'll last a couple hours. I will do a demonstration of new product, and then we will have a fun little game. We're going to mix it up a little bit this time. And then we will do make and takes. We will play bingo with a twist. It's a really fun bingo, and everybody wins a little prize. So it's a lot of fun. You get a goodie bag with some new product in it that you'll be creating with. So again, if you love Stampin' Up! Products, I think the launch party and after party is for you. So reach out to me if you need more information. I sent my email out last night late that has everything. So if you're not on my email list, I can add you if you would like. Okay, what else do we need to do? We need to give away a prize. We move these out of the way, and we will bring in the prize from last week. Was a bolt of the Fresh Freesia ribbon, which this color retired and then it came right back. I'm excited about that. And Soft Succulent. These are the open weave ribbons that have now retired, but they're really pretty and they're so much fun to work with. So Wendy Katz, you are the winner. And she was selected by random draw. She left some comments on the video last week. She liked the simplicity of the project we made. So thank you, Wendy, for commenting. Thank you, everyone that commented, sent up a heart or a thumbs up. I love that. Thank you so much for that encouragement and support. And so I do a random drawing, and Wendy was our winner. So this week, my prize is a package of the basic rhinestones. These have been around for, I think, as long as I've been a demonstrator, and I've been a demonstrator for 10 years. They are just the perfect embellishment to reach for. If you don't have something that exactly matches, if you want just a little bit of shine, you can color them with your Stampin' Blends alcohol markers and make them match whatever you're working with. They're just so awesome. So I thought, let's go back to some basics and use the basic rhinestone jewels as our prize this week. So leave me those comments, send me those hearts. Love seeing those hearts go flying by. And then the last thing I have is some Happy Mail. Now, Cheryl, my new friend and new team member, she brought me this card, and I want to say it's called a Never Ending card. Correct me in the comments, Cheryl, if I'm wrong, but you just keep on opening it up. Isn't it cool? I mean, you could play with this all day. I can't because I've got stuff I need to do, but I want to. I want to just sit and open this card up all day long. It's really fun paper, really pretty colors. She did a beautiful job on it, and I just love it. So it had been a long time since I had made or seen one of these cards, and she brought me this, and I wanted to share it with you because it's just so cool. So thanks so much, Cheryl. I love it. All right, you guys, let me see. Is there anything else? Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you love the new colors. Tell me which one is your favorite if you have a favorite yet. And I will see you next week, and we'll craft and connect again, and I'll have more new products, so you won't want to miss it. 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Thanks, y'all.